7 p.m. This is the Auburn School Building Committee, and the meeting is called to order. Could we please all stand and salute the flag that's out the window? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, minutes, once again, minutes are being taped. Correspondence, we have no correspondence, no citizens' comments, and we might as well get right to the report from the project management team. And James?
Yep, well, if you'd like, we'll do the 3 invoices that we have first.
Okay.
I've given you the budget sheet and then attached 2 of the 3 invoices. The third one came this afternoon. Mr. Sampson has the original.
Okay.
The first invoice is contractor invoice number 2 in the amount of $52,264.25. And this represents about 14% complete on the project. This is site work, start of site work, cleanup, fences, building, the remainder of the asbestos due to the documentation, completion of the documentation. And I would recommend that for payment.
I would make a motion on that to so we process that payment application number 2.
Okay, the motion's been made by Mr. Sampson that we authorize payment of $52,264.25. Any questions or comments on that at this point? Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Ringard. All right. All those in favor of paying that signify by raising your hand. It's a vote.
The second invoice is the Flansburgh incremental invoice for construction administration, invoice number 28530. The amount is $3,250, and we recommend that for payment.
I would also offer a motion then that we process that invoice.
Motion has been made by Mr. Sampson that we pay Flansburgh $3,250. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Ringard again. Mr. Prouty. Okay.
The third invoice...
We haven't voted on it.
Oh, sorry.
All those, are there any questions or comments on it? All right, all those in favor of paying that signify by raising your hand. That's unanimous. It's a vote. And the last one?
The final invoice is from Caselli and Morris, and it's invoice 21288. And it is in the amount of $583. It is for the first set of ceramic tiles that were replaced in the cafeteria. And we recommend those for payment. That work was done.
I would offer a motion that that $583 be processed.
Okay, the motion's been made that we pay Caselli and Moss $583 for the tile project, beginning the tile project. Is there a second? Second. Second by Mr. Prouty. Are there any questions or comments? If not, all those in favor signify by raising your hand. That's a vote. Okay, so we got rid of these 3 invoices.
Just for clarification, that $583 is coming out of the current contingency.
It is coming out of the owner contingency, correct, sir?
What are they going to do to tiles?
The week, February vacation.
February vacation, okay.
Yeah.
Now what about the lockers?
The lockers, they use, obviously, you sent the letter right after the last time.
Yeah.
It didn't get a response. James had talked to him off and on during the month.
Yeah.
I talked to him at length yesterday or the day before. Told him that we weren't satisfied with the repair, the quality of the repair. And he said, well, they knew when they put them in that they really should have made the new floors a little bit bigger, and it would have cured the problems that we have with the repair. So he wants to try another dozen or so with a little bit bigger floor. which doesn't sound like an unreasonable situation. We'd like to get to the position that we accept the repair.
Yeah.
So he's not crazy about, they really think it's almost more problems if they pull these things out and lay them down.
Because they're
So-
probably gonna twist and,
Well, I don't know. You know, I mean, obviously these guys deal with lockers all the time, so my inclination is to say, let's live with them for another month, but at some point, we're gonna have to
decide.
draw a line in the sand.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
that's the way it is. They're calling back, his regional manager is out until Monday, and he's gonna get back to me Monday, and well, I'm expecting that's what he's gonna say. They did make the point that we weren't gonna spend any money, so.
Yeah, okay. And they're gonna do that over the summer?
It's a summer job.
Okay.
I don't see it done in a week.
No, okay. They're gonna do all what we got in there, 900,
800.
800? 808, okay. All right, so that's those two things, all right. And what else do we have from the project management team?
Verizon, we're meeting with the municipal coordinator in Charlie the first week in February
Okay,
to see where that goes. So
okay,
we're still working on it. That doesn't need to be out until spring.
okay.
So their position right now, even though there's no easement, they want us to pay to get it moved. So,
Well, I don't think we should do that.
yeah, it is what it is, so.
I think they're done working over there now till spring?
No, maybe we can,
If there's a break in the weather, they'll be back out there to stop the foundation.
Okay. And what about the drainage?
We have been working past couple of weeks and pretty much have that resolved. There's a plan on the table here that represents some design changes based upon a lot of input from a lot of different people. It is going back to cons, it was dropped off at Conscom today, and we're scheduled for the next meeting there to get this passed. We're going back to Conscom because we have to because of the bridge, and also to review some of these design changes here.
Chris, could you just walk us through?
Yeah, what happened? Did we
What's-
find
what
out
the
where the
issues
thing
are?
comes from?
Yes and no, I guess.
Yes and no?
Well,
I had gone down to Mass Highway in Worcester, and they gave me some information of what they felt, what they had for documentation. Colony took that information and then redesigned the outlet flow pipe to catch the runoff from the road, settle out some of the solids, and then to have it discharge into the river. Because presently there is an existing pipe that does the same thing that is backed up with all the sand. It was never maintained.
All right, so we're gonna abandon the existing pipe?
We're gonna remove this existing pipe to a point back here. If conservation likes us to remove it all the way to the river, we can do that, or we can remove it to a point.
Okay,
Because we're gonna make sure it's not underneath the new tennis courts.
yeah, okay.
We've deleted the under drainage under the basketball court because that's a filled area, it's elevated, should not be any groundwater problems. Colony redesigned the collection system underneath the tennis courts to work better with this whole flow. We picked up the inverts to discharge it and through it. They're tying into the French drain. Instead of having it spill out, we connected it to the manhole to get into the stream. On recommendations from the town engineer, we redesigned this little collection area here so that when it fills up, if it ever does, it'll just spill into the grassway over here instead of over the sidewalks. That is basically the drainage. And we have proposed on this detail, we've picked up the bottom elevation of the bridge to increase the flow underneath the bridge at high water.
Yeah, because that's what caused the flooding last time. The stuff got stuck under the bridge.
Right, so your bridge design has increased this area so that it's not acting as a dam. So those new items will be, shown to conservation. They're really not new, it's just been redefined and based on information that we have found at the site since we started work.
We don't see it as a huge amount of money, we don't really know until
To
they
start,
price it out.
yeah.
Well, until they price it out. So, and the thought being, we want to go to conservation.
Correct.
Although I don't see why they can't do it.
I mean,
It would get us a
one way or another, we've got to get the ball rolling with
Yeah.
Argus,
Yeah.
and my thing would be this, well, the sooner the better. I mean,
And if he's got to make a small adjustment to it,
that's fine. Yeah. And we can talk about that. Let's see when the next CONSCOM meeting is and stuff.
Well, he said he was gonna put it to advertisement today, tomorrow, so whatever the next scheduled meeting is, he will be on it.
Anything else?
That's kind of where we are. Pretty good shape, we think.
Okay, still within the budget,
Yes, sir.
still on time.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's all we can ask for at this point, I guess. You happy with that, Bill?
Actually, I haven't sat in on many of these meetings, but all of this that we're talking about now, because my note said early on, back in November, our schedule was to work through December and take down the building and do certain things, and then everything was gonna stop until March. But now I hear that we're gonna be working right through January and February.
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting, to get to the point where we thought we were gonna be as far as March is concerned.
Well,
This came up as a complete.
He's trying to accelerate his own schedule.
Yeah.
He wants, if he can get the foundation wall in, he just moves the clock for himself.
Gets through fast, it gets paid faster, he goes
Yeah.
on to his next project.
His
Exactly.
original idea, and I think the way we explained it, was that the building was gonna come down, and hopefully they were gonna get the retaining wall up. And what he's dug for the retaining wall.
Okay.
If it was warm enough now, he'd be pouring it, probably would have put the footings a couple days ago. So he's just kind of waiting for the weather to get reasonable again. You don't wanna pour it in this weather, so we
Well,
don't need to, so.
Walk down every now and then and see the stuff moving around. Now, there's this one big, I'm gonna call it a big drain ditch, which is all full of ice right now. Is that what you're
That's the foundation footing.
Okay.
There's stone underneath that, and they was keeping it, pumping it down, but with this cold weather, the ground just came up and it froze. And that's why it's all secured with site fencing.
I guess my only other question, which was asked to me, and I told them they should call Rick. Somebody was asking about how this is going to affect the parking lot down below. That's not part of this project.
This parking lot over here?
Yeah.
This parking lot actually drains onto this property.
Okay.
So they're draining onto our property?
Yes. So in other words, you're not gonna affect them, they're gonna affect you.
Okay.
It won't
But it's gonna
affect,
it that swale, it shouldn't run onto.
It's gonna hit this swale
Yeah,
right here.
And-
It's gonna come in.
it shouldn't touch our tennis courts or anything else.
Basically, what we're doing now is catching the water that's coming in from the road and sending it out the other way instead of letting it get, right now, it can kind of run its way out towards the town pizza
Yeah.
if it gets above ground.
Mhm.
No, it won't do that. It will go into the first manhole and then.
Yeah, because right now, because
So
of this,
they're not, what I'm hearing is water was running from that parking lot back towards the restaurant where we always had that big puddle in the middle of the ground. So now their water is going to, how is that water going to disappear from the parking lot? If it's
their
gonna-
water is gonna be shedded, collected in this swale and
Okay.
discharged to you.
Okay.
So right now, it's originally drained
Okay.
there.
Into the puddle. All right. Well, if there's nothing else.
It's unplugged.
When are we meeting again? You're meeting with Verizon.
Yeah, we're meeting with Verizon.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to call you, but I couldn't hear any
Okay, and
earpiece
when do we
at
have to
all.
meet again?
Just went
May I
out.
just ask that question out of absolute ignorance?
Oh, maybe.
Looking down, I knew we had this problem, we're trying to get
Yeah.
Verizon.
Okay.
We can't go down there with
Yeah.
a saw to cut
Okay.
off the pole.
I believe the last way Verizon said it is if we knock it
Okay.
over, they're gonna charge us,
Okay, I'll
put
give
it
you a
back
call
up
in a
in the
minute.
same place.
Yeah.
Our contention is
bye-bye.
it shouldn't be there at all,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
what the town is going to attempt to negotiate with them.
But you also get into people with computers in the other buildings and things like that when
When it comes down,
it comes down. Yeah.
well, it's got cable on it too then.
I don't know.
Well, that's good, but the computers will be hooked up too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cable.
Some of them I think might be DSLs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it's only the phone companies still hanging on that.
Yeah, there's no power on the pole.
Yeah,
no,
it's just, no.
oh, okay. Yeah, because the power was disconnected when we tore the buildings down.
The power company took care of their work, cleaned it up, cleared it out.
They cleared it all the way up to the
Yeah.
street.
Is Verizon trying to do anything else in the town that we could put a,
They were in front of the Board of Selectmen Monday night.
they were there?
To get them a poll, so.
Well, we should go and tell them we don't care to see them in town until they take care of that pole. They get rid of our pole, they can do what they want.
Well, I sent a note to Charlie and the Board of Selectmen explaining the whole situation. And they voted to give him the authorization to negotiate with, to try to
Verizon?
work it out, yeah.
Okay, so that's what you're meeting with Charlie for, Rick?
That's the intent.
Oh, okay. Well, I would think it'd be our understanding that they shouldn't be given anything until they take care of their responsibilities. I don't know how the rest of the committee feels, but that's what I say.
I think we voiced our opinion with that previously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason, I don't have an easement.
Well, you didn't have to edit my letter, so they probably couldn't understand what I was saying. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, when do you want to meet again? We're looking at February.
The only real need to meet is to sign the next requisition to post the wall, I would think, so.
And we might have invoices.
That's what I-
Either the 5th or the 12th.
When's the selectmen meeting?
I think it would be the 9th.
9? So then we want to meet on the 5th before the selectmen, get the invoices into the selectmen? I imagine these people want to get paid. All right, so what do we got, February what? 5th, Thursday? Okay, here, or downstairs, hopefully. Okay. There's nothing else.
Move your chair.
There's a movement, there's a
Second that.
moved by Mr. Proudy, seconded by Mr. Sampson. All those in favor signify by raising your hand until February 5th. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.